Hi guys, welcome back to Real Watches and part 2 of our mini-series on micro brands you should consider. In this video we'll be going over 5 more brands. The first video got some great feedback and we're glad you enjoyed it. Just to reiterate a few things about these videos so everyone's aware, these are in no particular order, there's no kind of ranking system here, it's just all brands we think deserve to be on this list in general. And just to reiterate what I said in the first video, the term micro brand is kind of subjective. The definition we're using here is a small-scale brand recognized only in a certain geographic location or by consumers in a specific micro-brand or niche market. So in this case, we're talking about watches which really appeal to kind of the watch community itself, not to mass market so much. Although a lot of them do have mass market potential, I said that in video 1. So without further ado, let's look at these 5 brands and I'll talk you through them. So the first brand on this list is Unimatic. It's quite unique on this list as it's the only Italian-based brand. It was founded in 2015 and they have 3 models. The Modello Uno, the Modello Due, and the Modello Tre, which does just mean 1, 2, 3 in Italian. Modello Uno is a 41mm 300m dive watch with a sapphire crystal and a 40mm 316 stainless steel case with a Seiko NH35A movement. The Modello Duo is a field watch with a unique military-inspired case, also in 316 stainless steel, but a slightly smaller 38.5mm with the same NH35A Seiko movement. The Modello Tre is a diver chrono powered by a mecha called Seiko caliber, which is fairly standard at this kind of price point. It's the VK64. It's also 300m water resistant and has a 40mm 316 stainless steel case. In my opinion, with these Seiko movements, all the models are good value, and their unique designs and Italian origin makes them quite cool. The second brand for this video is Baltic, a French microbrand who describes their product as neo-vintage, with mechanical movements and well-proportioned cases, inspired by the finest vintage watches, but within the highest modern quality standards. These movements from Miyota for their time-only watches, and Seagull for their chronographs, which they assemble, adjust, and test in France. The vintage-inspired designs include classically sized cases, about 38 or 39mm depending on the model, cream and gilt dial options, blued hands, and bead of ice bracelets. There are 3 basic models, all with multiple dial variations. The first is the HMS 001, a classically designed 38mm 3-hander. The second is a 2-register chronograph, which uses that aforementioned Seagull movement, the Bicompax 001, which is also 38mm. And the third is a tastefully designed 39mm diver called the Aquascape, which is water resistant to a respectable but practical 200 meters. So in summary, Baltic is a great brand to check out if you enjoy vintage but still want a modern look and a sturdy watch. The third brand here is Farah. Farah really stands apart from other brands, especially because of their bright and bold colours, which in my opinion work extremely well and are in many cases eye-catching but still fairly tasteful. They also offer many complications, including GMTs, chronographs and world timers, which are fairly rare in the microbrand space. One of the best things about Farah is, in my opinion, the price of these complicated watches. One of their 2-register chronographs, the Cobb, costs a very reasonable $1,950. Another model called the Pointing is a GMT which only costs $1,425. In my opinion, the best value watches in their collections are the world timers, which include the Markham model, which only cost $1,550. So to conclude, the bold colours and great value for complications make Farah a sweet deal, especially if you want to add colour or complication to your collection. The fourth brand on this list today is Monta. It was also founded in 2015 by Michael DiMartini and David Barnes, the same 2 men who founded Everest Horology. Monta was launched with the mission of creating true tool watches, just like the vintage tool watches that the brand draws inspiration from, and not glossy modern interpretations of those watches offered by bigger Swiss brands. So Monta makes a line of 4 tool watches: the Triumph and its GMT variant, the Atlas, Ocean Key and its GMT variant, the SkyQuest. All of their watches are available with multiple dial variations on a whole range of leather straps and often rubber straps and bracelets. Many of their watches feature a single line of red text, a homage, no doubt, to vintage Rolex sports models. In my opinion, that's a really great, subtle design element, and makes it really apparent that Monta is a brand for enthusiasts. The final brand on this list is Oka, which is a Chicago-based company which aims to work with the best suppliers they can. This includes Horween Leather Company and Swiss manufacturer Walcas, Walcas, who are very experienced in the watch manufacturing space. The current model available on Oka website is the Humboldt. It's a 200-meter dive watch with a fair price of $1,750 on the bracelet. However, I think their use of premium materials and great designs really make this better value than it may sound. Their reviews and reputation in the community show excellent quality control and after-sales support, which further justifies their chosen price point. A final cool point about Oka is that Oscar is actually the founder's dog, and they give part of each purchase to a local dog rescue facility. Okay guys, there you have it. There's our next 5 microbrands you should consider adding to your collection. If you enjoyed that, be sure to like and comment and subscribe for part 3. Also check out the other videos on this channel. We do kind of reviews, podcasts, stuff like that. And check out our Instagram, link below, for even more content.